I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Booby.
And Culpy and Chip.
Avita Zane.
Yep.
We have reached the end, my friends. This is the last day of Punk Week.
Yep.
Much love to all the to Silver Kyrie for making all this possible, sending us all the punk jams, all the punk bands. This is Dead Kennedys, California Uber Alice. What's been your favorite punk song?
Well, the most shocking was God Save the Queen.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's the one that really
that was pretty mind-blowing.
Right there.
That was pretty mind-blowing to me.
Yeah, I'm still to this day shocked about that.
Yeah. And it's interesting because we've listened to so much offensive stuff, but for some reason, English people saying that about their own queen
It just didn't seem
beyond
right.
the pale. We've listened to a bunch of blasphemous stuff, but that one was crazy.
Yeah.
So I got to give it to them for being like the most offensive band and doing the bravest.
Yeah. And they got kicked off their label thing. And
Right. They paid the price.
They did.
They paid the price. My favorite one was we've got two more to listen to, but the favorite one that I've heard so far is The Kids Aren't Alright. That one was really good. Because it was high end on the production side, but it was still punky as far as the riffs go. Like like okay. But it was really good, and it was saying some very important stuff. But a lot of these guys have said a lot of important stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
the bands were okay, these are like stalwart punk bands, but none of the songs were chosen intentionally, but like 8 out of 10 of them have been saying some really crazy stuff. So
Maybe that's just what the genre is.
yeah, so shout out to them. Okay, California Uber Alice. This should be very interesting. Go!
Go.
Governor Jerry Brown, my heart smiles and never frowns. Soon I will be president. Got a power will soon go away. I will be Führer one day. I will command all of you. Your kids are meditating in school. Your kids are meditating in school. California, Uber Alice. California, Uber Alice. Uber Alice. California, Uber Alice, California. Psychiatrists will control you and reverse it natural. You will draw from the master race and always wear the happy face. Close your eyes, can't happen here. They go on while horses rear. The hippies won't come back, you say. Mellow out or you will pay. Mellow out or you will pay. California, Uber Alice. California, Uber Alice. Uber Alice. California, Uber Alice. California. Now it is 19
love this song. This is the same band, look, that did Holiday in Cambodia.
Yeah.
Remember when they were dissing all the so-called progressives, and he was like, "Yeah, we'll see how much you're struggling if you go to." They like completely went after the hippies and how fascistic people on the left are. This is funny.
I don't get any of it.
Okay, so Uber Alice is Uber is German.
Okay.
You know, you get Uber is now in our vernacular because of the taxi company, but Uber, you know, like Untermenschen and Ubermensch.
Yeah.
So the Ubermensch was the overman,
Yeah.
right? And then the Untermensch was the underman, the subhuman. So they're saying California is above everything, basically. Is what
Okay.
California Uber Alice is California above everything.
Okay.
The Germans used to say it was like Deutschland was Germany.
Yeah.
Uber Alles was the Germany above everybody. You know, so it's like basically like it's a basically like a Nazi sort of nationalistic phrase, but they're applying it to, you know, Californian hippie liberal type people.
Okay.
And he's saying that they're he's introducing this guy Jerry Brown. I don't know if he was a real governor or not. But he says, "My aura smiles and never frowns. Soon I will be president." You know how hippies are talking about like the aura, and the you know, whatever, and you know. So he's introducing this guy. I'm Governor Jerry Brown. My aura smiles and never frowns, right? And so here we go. And then Carter power will soon go away. So I'm assuming he's talking about Jimmy Carter, 1980, right?
Okay.
So Jimmy Carter is a president, but that's going away.
Okay.
Right?
Because he's coming in.
I will be Führer one day. The Führer is basically the leader. It's what is what they called Hitler.
Okay.
Right. So here's this guy in California. He's like, you're remember, you know that guy that does like the how to be offended at everything. So that I had that guy in my imagination when he was.
Oh my God.
So he's like, Carter Power will suit, and I will be the Führer one day. So it's like, wait a second, I thought you're a hippie. I thought it was like free love. What do you mean you're gonna be the Führer? And then I will command all of you. Your kids will meditate in school. So it's like their own brand of fascism.
Okay.
You know, and now you've got California, and like, I guess it's against the law to have a straw in California. I don't know.
To have a what?
A
straw.
straw.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all this fascism now, where it's like, oh, you can't have a. Let me see if that's actually real.
I know that when we went, they didn't have plastic straws. They had paper ones.
Yeah.
And one of the places said they didn't have any straws. The paper straws are so gross because they like start decomposing in your mouth.
Yeah, there it is right there. Plastic straws bill in California would make them illegal unless requested. Right? With a $1,000 fine. So like here's this like clear, you know, this is eco-fascism. It's like these people are fascists. Instead of like convincing people, hey,
that this is the right thing to do.
This is the right thing to do. You're putting a $1,000 ban, and it's talking about the hypocrisy of like hard leftists who will say everybody else is a Nazi and everybody else is a fascist, but then they've got their own brand of fascism.
Right.
So this one's funny because it's like, no, you're not. You know, you're usually going. Who are you going after for church and state in the school? It's usually Christians, right? Like, I'll make your kids meditate in school. So like, this is his version of it. So what they're saying is, you're a fascist too. If you could, you'd make the kids
everybody meditate.
Right. Right, that's why it's so hilarious to me. Because it's California Uber Alice. It's basically like the mindset of California. And he's talking about like it's a stereotypical Berkeley person. I'm better than you. I know everything. I'm so advanced and progressive and whatever. And you know. So it's like, it's that mindset. California is above everything. Like, we know everything.
I see.
And then look, Zen fascists will control you.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
100% natural.
You will jog for the masquerade.
Right.
And always wear the happy face.
Right.
Okay, I see.
Right. Well, it's hilarious because it's like, you got a group like Antifa.
Yeah.
And Antifa, it stands for anti-fascist. But they're fascist. You know what I mean? It's like they don't believe in free speech. They don't believe that people should be able to have free speech. They don't believe that the Boston Antifa chapter on their Facebook page said that the Constitution had no place in America. So these are like completely fascistic people
Wow.
who, you know, they obviously have a worldview that they want to impose on other
Of course,
people.
yeah.
You
Yep.
know, but you know, and obviously Antifa's more militant. He's talking about, you know, we love the earth, people that don't wear shoes, you know, like, I don't want to pollute the lawn, and people like that. And he's basically saying, you guys are just as fascistic as ever. I loved it. Look at it. Close your eyes, can't happen here. Big bro and white horses near. The hippies won't come back, you say. Mellow out or you will pay. You know, big brother and white horses near, which is interesting because that comes from the book 1984. Right, when the government took over the world, basically, and it was like Big Brother's watching you.
Yes, I remember that.
You know, the irony is this is 1980, so like 1984 was still a future idea.
Oh gosh.
Right, so
Yeah.
1984 was still future to them at this point. So, and then this is the one that killed me. Now it's 1984. You see the date? Knock knock at your front door. It's a suede denim secret police.
That didn't make any sense to me. What does that mean?
because you know, if you think about secret police, they're usually in their tactical gear and all this, and SWAT team.
Yeah.
You know, and they're breaking down your door and all that. But
Yeah.
the suede denim secret police, you know, that the gear that people were wearing in the 70s.
Yeah.
You know, suede and denim.
Yeah.
And like that's the hippie version of the secret police. So I just imagine this white guy in an afro with a suede and denim coming in.
Yeah, but
and
why
then-
does it say we've come for your uncool niece?
because it's like, you know, be cool, man, you know, like fit in and all this, and it's like, it's a complete thing, it's just a complete
Joke.
parody and mockery of, but they're saying something really serious, and I'm amazed that, I wish that you got the joke, because it's hilarious. Die on organic poison gas? How can you?
Yeah, well, I was confused because when they said, scroll up, don't worry, it's only a shower, I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds like the concentration camp.
Well, yeah.
But I see they were crossing the two over.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He's basically saying that these guys, that these hippies are just as fascistic as the people that they're self-righteously, you know, accusing.
Yeah.
But they said it in the whole thing is just completely hilarious because he's dissing them at the same time.
Well,
in a very intelligent way. I just think it's hilarious. I just think it's absolutely hilarious because.
Yeah, I don't think it's my type of humor.
Well, it's funny to me because if you want to talk, there isn't one group that lacks more self-awareness than fascistic leftists. They have no idea how fascistic they are. They really don't get it. And they will say things like, you're trying to shove your religion down my throat, while at the same time wanting to shove secularism down everybody's throat.
Yeah.
But they literally do not see it. They don't get it. Like, they don't understand that you have a certain worldview that you want foisted upon the society, i.e., you're going to have $1,000 bill for straws.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you there are going to be people, well, no, that's different because the straw thing is really, you know, destructive. Like, they really believe that their way of looking at the world is the way that the world is. And so they're going to enforce what their Sharia, you know, like now because of all the Muslim, you know, fear-mongering that's happening. Like, we've not become the target. Now they're going after the Muslims. And that's why I said, like, well, you have your own secular Sharia.
Right.
Like, that you're trying to enforce on everybody else. That's obvious.
Yeah.
You know, when the Antifa guy rolls up on a woman and physically assaults her because he says the American flag is a symbol of fascism, the guy doesn't realize how fascistic he's being in that moment. He doesn't get, they really don't see it. So, of course, people on the right wing are fascistic as hell. We already know that, in our history. But what leftists don't, the hippie being in control and doing all this stuff is just it's too much for me. It's so hilarious. I'm gonna be laughing about this song for quite some time.
Really?
Well, the visual is great. You know, don't worry, it's only a shower for your curls. Here's a pretty little flower, and then we've come for your uncool niece. I just think that's hilarious to me. I can't believe it. I can't believe they came out with this song. Where were you before? But yeah, I love this song. I love this song. It's a 10 for me. What do you give it?
Gosh. Well, first of all, I didn't get it. So that, I didn't like the sound of it, and I didn't get it. So, I mean, I get it now that you're explaining it to me, but I just don't think it's as funny as you think it is.
This is my favorite punk song of all time. I love this song.
6 for me.
I'm probably not going to talk to you for the rest.
I was going to say, are you going to still sleep in my bed tonight?
Probably not. I probably really am not. How dare you?
Like, the temperature in the room went down when I said that.
I should have done this review with Zonia, because Zonia would have gotten the humor.
Yeah. I literally was thinking that when you were doing
Catherine. She should have done
it. You're going to hell. And I'm not going to try to get you out.
Hi, Catherine. Oh, man, this is such a good song. Look, there's the president right there. Look, see? He's up there.
Yep.
And there's all the smiley faces.
Uh-huh.
But it's like, it's it's interesting. I used to, I was on 14th Street in the village, Greenwich Village in New York City. I'd see all these punk kids walking around with like Nazi insignia on their those jackets.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's all a bunch of Nazi stuff all over.
What the heck?
I just think it was just to mess with people.
Oh.
At the time we didn't have like white supremacists weren't like openly out there the way they are now.
Yep.
So I think now it's like different because you got these people, Jews will not replace us, But back then it was just about being a nonconformist and trying to offend people and whatever. So there's a couple Nazi things up there, but it doesn't matter what the symbology is. Who cares about the symbolism?
Yeah.
It's the same attitude.
Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, I see what you're saying. We're right,
and we're gonna impose this on everybody.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because I had a pretty extended conversation with one of my like actual friends in the channel. He and I are on opposite sides of this. I mean, he's in Antifa, I'm sure. That's why I'm not mentioning your name. And so for the thumbnail, I put an Antifa guy attacking someone.
Yeah.
And everybody went off on, like, they were like punching him. Everybody went off, oh my God, Vin, why didn't you fact check, blah, blah, blah. This was not a real photo. So it turns out it wasn't a real photo. So I said, it's the I'm sorry.
I remember this.
So then, I went to the New York Times,
and
there's the Antifa guy about to strike somebody with a billy club.
Yeah.
So I put that one up there. No comment. It was like, well, you would have done better with the fist.
Yeah.
And this guy is like, he's got a bat to somebody's head. And then a week after I posted that, the Antifa guy beat up this lady for wearing an American flag. He like assaulted it was a dude assaulted a woman over an American, and it's not funny, but like the lack of self-awareness is mind-boggling. Yeah. So I just thought it was hilarious to me. It's that is like the funny side of how dangerous people can be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that was a hilarious side to me. It's like Jordan Peterson says, we know what right-wing fascism looks like, but we're not very good at. And there's multiple times when, look at that, Bernie Sanders supporter protesting right-wing rally with American flag gets attacked by an Antifa person. So this is a Bernie, this is a leftist.
I know, yeah.
But he gets attacked by Antifa because he's carrying an American flag.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's another one.
Elderly
woman attacked by Antifa for holding an American flag. That is correct.
Wouldn't you be so mad if that was your grandma?
I was
Somebody
mad.
attacked her?
I was mad, period.
Yeah, but it'd be even more maddening. You're freaking 64 years old, you're gonna attack her?
Yeah. Yeah. That's how these people are, and they're complete fascists. They're complete fascists.
Honest to goodness, I would be so ashamed. I'd be so ashamed if my son did something like that.
Well, these people know who to go after and who not to go after.
Don't you feel like that's some parenting flaw?
Well...
it literally doesn't matter. Can you picture that? Would you have ever, it doesn't matter what that 64-year-old woman?
Yeah, I know.
I don't care what she's saying.
I know. But You
didn't
know,
attack her?
there it is.
That's insane.
Woman waving American flag hit, dragged by protester. She was hit and she was dragged.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. I would be so ashamed. Oh my word.
Yeah, but see,
honest to goodness, you would have to talk to them because I would be so upset.
yeah. But you see, people know these people know where to do that and where not to do that. You understand?
Yeah.
Like, you're not coming to the hood with that shit. You gonna put your hands on a woman? I'll tell you what. You do that in the hood, people will intervene immediately.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Some white dude beating up on some old granny? Oh, no. That guy's not getting out there. Not at all. That would never happen.
Really?
That would never happen. No way. No way. Because you gotta understand, the old woman in our community is like everything because all of us were raised by our moms.
Oh, right.
So the elderly woman is like the queen of everything in our community. You ain't doing that shit. That's why they don't do that shit. And they don't have those little protests in the Bronx.
Yeah.
You wildin' out, family.
Yeah.
See, that's that white privilege where you can beat somebody up on camera and be fine with it. Because, you know, that's...
Honestly.
And the only reason I'm bringing that up is because these are the people that are supposedly, like, for my rights and all this stuff. But here they are attacking people and using their privilege because they know that they can get away with assaulting somebody on camera.
Crazy. That's crazy.
But, I mean, so that's the... You know, sometimes satire is used like it pokes fun at a serious situation, but these guys are almost prophetic in the way that they characterize the left wing in America. Because this was 1980, and this would have been ridiculous, you know, to think about in the 1980s. But some of these people, if they got power, they would absolutely do all this shit.
Oh yeah.
You know, your kids, all that. Like. There's been a lot of fascism in the public school system. You know, we know of cases where the parents said, "Hey, I don't want my kid learning that in sex ed, and I'll just remove her that day in class." And the public school said, "We're not going to tell you, and we're going to do it." So they basically own your kids. So no, they're not going to tell them to pray in school, but they're going to indoctrinate them with what they want your kids to believe, and you don't have any rights.
Right.
Go check it out. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. These people are fascist as hell. You know, right-wingers are fascistic as hell too. That's obvious. We've seen it.
Right.
You know, it's like all these extremes, but like the left side of it never gets called out. But that was classic. It's a 10, probably an 11. This is an 11 for me. It's an 11 because it's so prophetic and it's really profound what they're saying and it's hilarious. I'm going to listen to this song again. It's an 11. It's a must listen to.
6.
These are songs that I'm gonna because we gotta get Kai like something free. We gotta give him like a golden ticket, full access to the store, because Kai gives us all these updates. Kai, tell me all the 11s that we've ever done, because then we can teach the kids.
Stop shaking on my chair, babe.
Anyway, all right, I'm done. What do you give the song?
I already gave
all
it a
right,
6.
I don't want to talk about it. Vin out.
Sorry, yo.
Gone.
I am Governor Jerry Brown. My heart smiles and